things. Hey, 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 Fit Fam and Boss Moms. I swear to you, sometimes I don't even know where I pop up, but I pop up. How are you guys doing today? It's Winning Wednesday, and I had a pen just, and I'm looking for it, guys. But I wanted to come on and I wanted to share with you. Nonetheless, I got this one. I wanted to check in with you, right? How did you guys do this Black Friday or this Cyber Monday? Crazy weekend sales. You know what? I'm a little chilly, so I'm gonna put my little fancy red robe that I hate to see online all the time, but your girl gotta do what your girl gotta do. I'm cold. I'm cold, but I'm thankful that I have my Tachui, my spirulina that I can help keep up with my uh, low iron deficiency so that this year I don't have to deal with that outdoor freeziness and everything. And on top of that, I'm staying home, homeschooling, being a mother, and all of that. A lot of us are experiencing that this year. So you kind of get the gist of what working at home would be like. So, I mean, why not take this opportunity to explore other options, right? You have given this time instead of dwelling in, what it may seem like or the temporary pause. We don't know. Granted, there's a lot of tragedies and tragic moments in these times, but at all times, why not try to find the best way to look at things and find the best way to deal with things? Because guess what? There's always somebody out there experiencing more. Even if your experience right now is even a loss, of somebody, we still have to find the moments that we can treasure out of that lack, out of that moment of loss. Think about the good times you had with the person, not the fact that they've passed on. Think about, you know, how how many times, how often, how long you had or you were blessed to have that person's energy around you, and the energy will never leave because you had an experience to you got to experience moments of that energy and feeling, so you can know what it's like whenever that person even comes around again, even after their physical demeanor, their physical body has left. So I like to just look at the sunny side up, the parts that you can embrace. Yes, it's going to have a impact, an emotional impact that triggers hurt and pain, but you can also, bring a smile through that pain. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my speaker and I just noticed something I've never noticed before. Anyways, welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, if you know your girl will go off of topics. So, but honestly, guys, just you got life today, right? It is destined for everyone to leave this world. It is destined for everyone to leave, whether, permanently or necessarily, right? In terms of removing people out of our lives, removing bad habits, removing where there is a beginning, there is an ending. Let's learn to just embrace each moment and learn lessons and take positive things and value from every encounter. That's what I've been learning to do, and I've been learning to do these things based on just experience in life and just holding on to things for too long, right? Just having to deal with a lot of things in my life. So I've learned through being hard headed and stubborn and conform to my ways and just wanting to be in control and always trying to control things. I've learned the hard way. So now it's like I realize, and from those lessons I learned, I can't control anything. What I can do is create, right, the outcome of what something may be, and it will it's destined, it will happen because I've set into play what I've set out, right? My what do you call it? I have set out my intentions on what it is that I want, whether good or bad, right? So I like to look around me. I like to look around me and see what's around me, what's happening around me, what's the outcome of certain things that take certain routes. I like to take accountability and look within myself and take account of what I'm doing wrong so that I can correct it. And if I don't know how to correct it, I make sure I get exposed to that information or exposed to the people who may be overcoming or who have overcome these things. I love stories, and you guys do too. This is what we are conditioned to how to learn from we are little children. We have been told stories, right? So there are stories out there that can impact your life and that can turn the light bulb on, or you can hear these stories and they could resonate with how you're living and what's happening in your life right now. And if only you just discipline yourself enough to listen to the story until the ending, you will save yourself years of just trying to correct, trying to get back, trying to, like, I stopped trying to get back the things that left, the things that no longer serve me, the things that, like, when I said I lost, I remember, look, for example, way back in the beginning of 2000 when I decided to turn my life over to Christ, I had a collection, right? Turn my life over to the Most High. I went, I went in, like, I went baptized and all the good stuff, right? And I, like, it was the best feeling ever. But I had a collection of secular music, is what they call it, of R&B, reggae, just hip hop. Like, I had it all. When I said Mobb Deep, I had Black Sheep and Black Street. When I said I had Queen Pen from Lil Kim to, like, when I said I had CDs, listen, I had it. I had it all. So, New Conform Ways, and this ain't even what I came to talk to you guys about, but girl, ways, and then girls start acting. I always knew the importance of what we put in. I the importance of guarding our eyes, or ears, or mouth, the way we speak, it affects, right? So I real tuggy. I was always going hard because I was going through. So I was listening to some hard tune artists. Listen to Redman, Wu-Tang Clan. I was listening to everything. Some Total, straight back to Esther B, to Brandy, to Monica. It was my era, and I love singing them, and I still do. So your girl get baptized and said, "Let me pack up everything." Like I had one of those CD case that went all the way up 3 rows over. I had all the CDs. Hey, from that, when I'm talking about, hey, I ended up in guy. I was like, oh no. Years later, I started because I was, what? That was, I could have not, at least I consider that. It was like, I'm in my life too. I had to make sure I shut, right? The things that serve me. And in fact, I'm in that part of my life. I've shut out people and things. At a time in my life, I isolated myself so that I can be whole and become who I am and realize whose I am, because I really was drifting on a distracting point, like causing more delay for my blessing. So I really had to create discipline in my life and set the standards of what I wanted today to be. And this was 2 years ago of me in my life. But when it came to giving away the things that I have and not holding on things, when it comes, you're just on a new discipline to that, right? There was a season of time, right? I gave my life to Christ when I decided to get baptized. Back then, I knew that it was to focus on just one thing, but I took it above and beyond and went out and say, okay, here, right? Just take it all. And I think a lot of us do that. Oh my God. And I think this is a message in itself. A lot of people do that. We tend to want to give up in order to obtain, right? Don't see the sun giving up for the moon. Giving up. No, they're the same space, right? They all the same. However, there's a season, and they're constructed and know when their time to shine. It's their place, and when the season to become bitter, to become duller, to show any colors, when it's a season to become a full moon, or to become a half a moon, or become there's a season, time, place. And tend to, as we are awakening, as we're growing, as we're developing, as we're transforming, we are not taking the things that we have learned over time and applying it. We're just pushing it to the side, wanting to learn things, but then we forget. With those new things, we start making those same mistakes because we want to forget, right, the things of time passing. Well, what we should do is learn the lessons, right? The places. These are amazing to have right now. I'm going on YouTube looking for this artist. I don't even remember what collections of cards sport I had it, and well, obvious closing right now. Kick butt. Um, he when he found out if he was closer to me, he and I, we collaborate. So he's a nutritionist and bodybuilder, now female bodybuilder and things. So I left. Remember when he moved away from the country, he had left like a whole cart, like a whole box full of collectibles of cards, sports cards, because he was into baseball. And let me tell you, those things worth money today, okay? I don't know what happened. I ended up giving those away. I didn't sell it. I didn't get anything. We don't talk about, we don't realize what we have, and we think that we need to get rid of certain things, because if not, then it's hoarding. But things are vintage. Things are repeatable, right? So are the cycle of your life. I like to compare life and things that we go in front of. It's all else. We're the same guys. To winning in general, or wins, what are we the day to we continue winning? And if winning right now, or fix that, what day remove the doubt, remove yourself out of the way. What am I less than that day? Not going to now. Pardon me. What you're living out right now is of created. So in future, present future, to be different or start looking different, for you to start it and to start making those. And business, if you did not make extra more money at all, you weren't you weren't the reason why you weren't prepared is because you did not, and you may try to do quickly, right? Started part of the consumer and not the 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 shoppers. I was a part of, I wasn't shoppers, sellers. I was on that. My mind's going. So I remember one that like in the sale or shopping. It absolutely. I feel hard. I believe I did, because that was the first product. But I want to say no, I didn't. All right, when it comes to failure that I've learned over time to handle it. So sorry, that was a call coming in. So I'm gonna have to go. I want to finish this up, but I wanted to come in and just celebrate Women Winning Wednesday. I wanted to prepare you guys for, um, I wanted to prepare you guys for next Black Friday. In regards to your money and your finances, I want to get into how you can, but I went into story time, and then I'm looking at the time. I have a live to go on around 2 o'clock, and I have some people I need to get in contact with. So, uh, and I have some meeting at 12:30. It's 12 o'clock now. So timing past me, so maybe later I can and talk to you guys more. So this was kind of like a work live, so I know I wasn't more into the video as much as I would have this connection. But I just wanted to spend some time with you guys, check in to make sure that you guys have made some of your new in business, and you want to be prepared for next Black Friday, and you really want to tune in to make sure you grab the information that I'm going to, because you're all connecting so we can your Black Friday next to you. You could see it comes quickly as there time is flying, especially in these last days. So don't think, right, if you plan now, take action. People are getting ready for their Black Friday sales, started getting ready from October, November, right? And even our business here, like saying about ourselves in our the atmosphere. So in business have cycle, this is why is it of time for it you can make some money so that you can build this, so you can invest, right? We're planning into this had reap what and that company and spending it product to business, contract to business, contract, service to service, like you were living paycheck to paycheck, right? But we want to find ourselves prepared so to make sure that you have enough money so that you can more than sustain. You can afford to send a, you can afford to replace a damaged item, so you can afford to go cost, right? Right? If you are a person who likes to shop and you want to save and plan, because remember, we're still in the 26 weeks of savings. This is why I came on to talk to you how to win in your finances during the holiday sales that I'm going to talk about. Oh, yeah, we want you to be business owned, even if you so great yours to celebrate that a big thing, an event. Why become message to appreciate the little much third more than you ever on you create. So you have, even if you created something, if I wanted to, if my first sale and only sis Chewy, which Alina Alka Richards Mineral one, just, and I've had it for myself. You know what I did, I came in, I was working the in effortless, and they sent all the checks. Those wouldn't actually give. We get a bank all different ways. Point is, when I got a check, you guys $dollars, me, I'm like, yeah, I was celebrating. Why? Because that's 20 that city. I got up and I took it anyways, and people are seeing transformation. So why? And then they purchase just like that. I celebrate every day, and I would go. I would 2 day. I would get days before, and I would celebrate as well. And I went as well. So learn to prepare yourself for years. Aside Black Day, we're not this now. If you celebrate that, because now you learn what you need to do, and if you didn't learn, guess what? You know the feeling having this, that you're going to harder. You're going to apply more to your goal. And it, guess what, dollars, right? More than you made last year. So every year you keep climbing, and everywhere you keep documenting, and you are creating a roadmap of success. You are creating, right, story. Keep going. And here, only the beginner, I'm still the beginner. Only the guys commit 20, 15, 16, 17, 42. That's the beginning. Fun. The possibilities. create, what you can make an impact in, right? So I'm gonna go. My belly's speaking. People are calling. I love your sis. Appreciate your. This was up to you.